According to our laws, like I said to you, you've got 90 days visitors visa. For 90 days, you can stay for free in South Africa or a visit. You're considered a visit. Okay? So when you've overstayed your welcome, Baba, go fix your country. To start with, there's no war in Ghana.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay? There's no one who's trying to persecute you.
No.
Okay? When you're an economic migrant. When you ran away because of hunger from your country. To fix Ghana. Who's going to fix Ghana? My brother. No, guys. You must do better. You must do better, guys.
Let's go home. You see now that we are here to ensure that the spaza shop does not open. And this is the second spaza shop that we came to. We are coming for the saloons. We cannot have young men like yourself that are running away from hunger instead of fixing your countries. We can't allow that as African people. Now, the saloons also will be in the hands of South Africans. We found us operating these shops ourselves, running the saloons ourselves. We don't need a Ghana man to come and do nails here.
Hello, my people. The South African people, some of them, are now lecturing other African Africans that lives in their country, how they should go home and develop their own countries, in Africa. And some people think, like, because of what we see on social media, people say like there's xenophobic attitude among some South Africans because the way they treat other African countries. But when you look at South Africa, for instance, I think they said that 80% of the population of South Africa are the African indigenous, This is their land. And like 7 point something percent is the Westerners, the settlers, as they call them, in their country. And I think they have a bit of Indians as well, or Asians, that are part of the population. But my problem with them is that they are targeting the Africans. They are not targeting the people they say they are settlers that took almost 70% of their land. I don't know. Let's use the term took percent of their land. They're not venting their anger to these people. They're venting their anger to Africans, thinking that they are coming to their country. They should stay in their country, and they should stay in their country to develop it. There's an element of truth in that. People should, some other African countries should work towards developing their country, But where there's truth there, but the world doesn't work that way. The world doesn't work like somebody in your country doesn't mean like someone is not interested in developing his country or her country. And even if you're gonna, you don't blame people that come to your country. You should not, you have to blame the people, your government, because the people come to your country. People are visitors, they come through the right way. Most of people that you guys are attacking in African country, they come through your country in the right way. So they get visa from the government. So why are you antagonizing them? You know what I mean? Why are you saying that they should go and develop their country? And because you think you guys are only interested in economic migrant, these people that are coming, you guys doesn't have a problem. If someone is coming from Europe or somewhere else, or Chinese are coming to your country, you guys doesn't have a problem with that, because you believe that they're bringing wealth, to South Africa. But other African countries, other Africans from different parts of Africa, they're not bringing wealth. That's what you guys think. They are coming there to take from South Africa. You know what I mean? And you let other people, other group to come, but not from Africa. You know what I mean? But the problem is that some South Africans, they are outside living in other countries. So you don't because you don't tell those people that are living, some of your people that are living in other parts of the world, to come back and develop their country. You know what I mean? You don't tell them to come and develop your country. I can understand if the migrants or other African countries, other African people that are, if they are indulging in criminality. Yeah, if that's the case, at least there's a normal way to treat this guy. There's a law. There should be a law there to deal with this kind of situation. You know what I mean? But I don't know where they are getting this. Some of them are getting this anti-immigration stuff. You know, maybe they are getting, they are reading the playbook of Donald Trump. You know, Donald Trump is trying to take people from South Africa, those Europeans there. They're trying to take them to America. You know what I mean? But my problem is that you should not concentrate in other African countries, you know, African people, you know, giving them this kind of. Sometimes you take laws into your hand because you don't see somebody on the street, even if the person doesn't have his papers. He's not here. You're a civilian. You're a bloody civilian. It's not in your hand to deal with that issue. If your government you're talking about is working, is trying to develop, they should have a way to deal with that. Not like somebody on the street or mob on the street start beating somebody like this. And we see this the videos what they're doing there. And this is so bad, you know, because you guys are in other part of Africa. But somebody cannot just because of that kind of stuff we see and start beating somebody that you know other African countries, some South African that lives in other countries. You know, you have to act like you're civilized. You know what I mean? And the problem you have in South Africa is not caused by these other African countries coming to your country. It is not. The problem you have there, it doesn't come from there. The major problem you have is that 70% of your land is not, you don't own them. This is the major problem you have, because you guys are gonna, at least you guys are gonna be feeling it all the time, because if you don't have your own land and you are 80% of your country, you don't have, you have only 40% of your own land, you cannot say you're a country. You know what I mean? You know, because you have to own where you call yourself a place, not somebody coming to own it. And instead of you to vent your anger in those people, you are venting your anger in your fellow Africans. That will even help you if things doesn't go your way or you guys come into trouble. So this is too bad. You know what I mean? And I know not all South Africans are doing it, because I see some of them that speaks against it. And sometimes my problem is when women comes and some ladies comes and speak against it, they will say like this person she is interested in other African men. And that's where she's speaking against something that is not good. You know what I mean? If you have a problem with a migrant or excessive migrant, it's supposed to, you have democracy in South Africa. It's through democracy put some people that we deal with that issue, not some people taking some mobs, some even some of them are ruffians taking this taking laws into their hand and beating their fellow Africans. This is bad to see. You know what I mean? Peace.